Hi, it's Jane Atkinson here. Today we're talking about positioning, and there are 3 different tips that I have for you. The first one is around your brand. Is your brand sticky? Does it allow people to lean in with curiosity? Is it memorable? There are a lot of different brands out there. We see brands all the time when we go through the grocery store. But we're talking about a brand that might stick and take on a life of its own and go through a company if you're there as their speaker. So some good examples of brands might be great book titles like 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. That 7 Habits idea took on a life of its own. Same thing goes for maybe Seth Godin's Purple Cow or Tribes. Those words ended up taking on a new meaning and creating a life of their own. So what's your brand? Is it sticky? Does it have people leaning in with curiosity? That's number 1. The second thing that has to go along with the brand, because a brand like Purple Cow doesn't necessarily explain itself, but the subtitle of that book would. And the subtitle is really very similar to what I would call a promise statement. We use promise statements on our website most frequently. Other people might call them a tagline, but the reason I call it a promise is because it speaks to what you are promising the customer. So think about what problem am I helping to solve, and that's really where you might begin with your promise. A promise example might be turning managers into leaders, creating a high energy, high productivity workplace, something like that. Then the third idea that I have for you is a 15-second rule on your website. Turn off your website completely and then put on your executive or meeting planner hat and go back into it with fresh eyes and really ask yourself, within 15 seconds, will I get what this person does? How are they going to help me solve a problem? How are they going to benefit my audience? If you're not clear within 15 seconds, if you have to poke around a little bit, then you have some work to do with your website. That's our 3 tips on effective positioning, and I'll see you soon, wealthy speakers.